Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you like the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want to find us on social media, we're on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Casting Roles ILM. Our videos are uploaded on our YouTube channel every Friday. But let's go ahead and start the show. So, ticket takers, you have delved into the restricted section of the Alyrian library to get your library cards, and have traversed through multiple rooms of various different design to reshelve books with titles that were very interesting to some of you and challenged your willingness to break the rules of the library to read them or not. You then made your way to the uncontained fictions section where you helped to solve a potential murder and meet Baba Yaga, who you initially fought but then made a deal with to free her from the bounds of the library in return for freeing the librarian who had guided you through. You made your way to the end time section of the library, a desolate plain where books and matter are being absorbed into a black hole. On your way towards the lost section of the library where the copy of Virgin Meadows is to be found. With that in mind, ticket takers, we pick up on those desolate plains, the swirling black hole void off to your left as you're walking away from it, following the vision that Kaimana had made when he scried. And so what would you like to do? Hi, Sully. Oh my God.
Give that dog some attention.
I said so, ticket takers, and she was like, I know what my job is.
We would recruit her.
Yes.
Oh, so we're scooting to the next
little
spot.
source needs a steed. It can be Sully.
There we go.
Yeah, we need to go get that book.
You need to go get that book. All right. So you're heading off. This section is a little bit harder to traverse because you're looking for landmarks in a place where landmarks are like the exposed rib cage of some mammoth creature or something like that. So Kaimana, go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can pick up on any of the things that you saw in your vision. Yeah, Mar.
So I have the brand up on Trail Jimwala.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what direction she's in right now and where, like, if that's where we came from or?
So does the brand say on the same plane of existence?
That's an interesting question that
Yes.
I will have to look up. Probably, but I'm going to verify that.
I think it does.
But it would be so cool if it didn't.
I don't think anyone could help me with this on account of it happening in basically a dream.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
I
it would
need
be on the same
inspiration.
plane, but can I say that I would be cautious, and if she enters the same plane as us, I would like immediately like be focusing on that. So if it did, I would like ping and like be aware of that.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
It's a 19, Josh.
A 19. So Kaimana leads you away from the swirling void of the black hole and deeper into this ashen, dust-covered expanse. Occasionally your foot bumping against a bone, and as the bone pops out of the dirt, it transforms into a book. All of the books... Oh, go ahead.
Any interesting titles?
Yeah, I mean, all the books here are tied to potential end times type material. So you're seeing things like, like collapse into the void. You're seeing things like the Great Crunch, like the heat death of the universe. Like these are
there's nothing that says like the Otter of Doom causes the immediate death of all known life on this plane or anything like that?
No, with a 19, Kaimana does not see anything that implies that he may be responsible for the end of the universe.
All right, my whole moral compass is utterly justified as of this moment.
Yeah.
There's like one book that's like
because as long as you don't cause the apocalypse, anything you do is morally correct.
Yes.
I didn't fuck up as bad as all these other people.
there's like one book that's just like Northwick Bun bankruptcy. It would cause the end time.
Yeah.
It's like the tulip bulb crash.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord. There are a few titles that like do make reference to Caiaphas. Like The Shadow Victorious is one of the titles that pops up. But no,
Yikes.
nothing tied to Kaimana being
I'm sure I'm not
the
in that
harbinger
book.
of death.
Okay.
But Kaimana, as you are wandering, you do finally come across a odd landmark that you do remember from the vision of two kind of crossed large femur bones of some ancient prehistoric creature or a dragon maybe or something.
Could be just big books.
Could just be big books. I mean, if you knock them over, who knows? And you do remember that like the pathway to the next area was behind them in a small like hollow or depression that descended into the earth.
How much work would it be to knock these bones over?
I mean, you can try to make a strength check and knock them over if you want to.
Yeah, I kind of want to try this real quick.
Why are we knocking bones over?
Because they might be a book.
I yank on his leash.
Yeah,
we do not need the caretaker coming out again and glaring at us for knocking books over.
Yeah. Yanked back. Right, Kaimana's like running towards the femur and then just like get over here, source.
Why has it taken us this long to put him on a leash? I'm truly shocked.
The real question is, where did Jury get the leash?
Josh, if you have to ask,
we're going to explore.
Yeah, if you have to ask that, you don't need to know.
No, and next
it was
question,
the collection. It was the collector's edition of Virgin Meadows.
We're not going down this path. I'm going to investigate. Josh, I'm going to roll to not have this conversation.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
That's a 19. So everybody does.
Yeah, this conversation fades into the wind and is absorbed by the swirling black hole.
Okay. Can I actually roll to see if I can help, like, or if I can like help Kaimana like figure out where the hell this book
Jerry,
might
why
be?
does this harness have spikes on it?
They've
It got absorbed.
Stop.
It got absorbed into the black hole. So Kaimana knows where the entrance is. He just needs to get behind the femur bone, like it's behind the femur bones.
Okay, can I just like pick him up and
Sure.
put him over the femur bone?
Absolutely. So, so you guys make your way over there, and you see like a small mound here, and then the ground sinks into a depression that goes further down into a cave or a wormhole. It's difficult to tell. It is a circular opening in the ground that descends into darkness. But it is the one that you followed, Kaimana, in your vision.
All right, I hop in.
All right, so Kaimana, you make your way over, and you all watch as Kaimana goes down into the hole, passes through the dark, shadowy end point of it, and vanishes from sight.
What happens to whoever's holding the leash?
Nothing.
Okay, dang it. I was hoping for
They get sucked in as well.
Yeah.
No.
Does he mean for us to jump in after him?
Yeah.
Well, I have to go because I'm attached to the leash, so I get yanked into it regardless.
Baba Yaga is walking behind you. Like, well, I'm just gonna go on in behind him, and she takes off and goes and disappears
she's so
into the
cool
darkness.
And confident. Fuck. I don't think she ever has
Yeah, I
anxiety
don't
about
think we
jumping
will.
in a hole. Yeah, not going.
Yeah. All right. So you all descend down in your boots or paws, kind of stepping into the soft ashen dirt. And then you step through the shadowy hole. For a moment, your vision goes dark, and then it clears, and your next step is like a crunchy sound, like you're walking on twigs or maybe a dense underbrush. And then your vision kind of clears, and you're in a very dimly lit space. Difficult to tell proportions and distances and sizes, but you are surrounded by bookshelves and armoires and things that are piled up high with dusty tomes or with other materials. But what catches your attention is that the ground that you're walking on is made up of crisscrossed twigs. But the ground is made up of like crisscrossed twigs and feathers and pages of books and things. And as your vision adjusts and you look out, you realize like the furniture in here makes this appear like it's just like a warehouse or something like that, but it is bedded on this detritus of plant life. And as you look out beyond the edges, this plant wall or this plant ground kind of rises up to the far edge to your left and far off onto your right, probably 250 yards on either side of you, and then forward probably 700 or 800 yards. You're kind of in an oval shaped structure that's made of twigs, that is sitting in alongside or astride a massive tree that rises up above you. You can see the trunk rising, and then there are branches that spread out above you. But where there would be leaves, you see open pages of books, and every now and then a page of a book will like break off from one of the books and kind of float down like a leaf into the vicinity and settle into the dusty top of a shelf or into the twiggy material that you're there. But you found yourself into the realm of lost things.
So the trees, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just take like a minute real quick and block in my mind some of the species of tree?
So it's just one tree. It's like the largest tree that you've ever seen. The trunk rising off to your right from where you've entered in. It has a rough bark, and the branch structure gives you the impression that it's probably a deciduous tree of some kind in nature, but it doesn't have any leaves. It just, instead of leaves, it's books. But it could be like a massive oak or something like that.
Can I make a nature check to try to get an exact species?
Yeah.
Baobab.
17.
So as you're trying to focus in on, like, there's a couple of branches that that hang lower over the what is a nest, and you are kind of focusing in on it. You don't get a natural reading from the tree. The tree is a magical construct.
All right.
You described this as a nest. There aren't like giant spiritual owl feathers here by any chance, are there?
There are feathers in the kind of every now and then you'll see a feather kind of in the nesting area. They are not spiritual. They are tangible in nature.
Are they huge or normal size?
They are very large. One of the feathers is probably the size of Kaimana.
What kind of bird is it? Can I tell, or can Kaimana tell?
Kaimana can make a nature check on the feathers.
Yeah, do that. Ooh, that's 21.
They appear to be owl feathers.
That's a pueo feather. I think y'all call them owls.
All right. So are all the books in the branches area?
No,
all up?
so the books in the branches on the leaves, I mean, there are thousands of books up there, but there are also many books. There are objects. There's a pile of bones in the corner, and it that are just on bookshelves or furniture that just rest within the bounds of the nest.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Nope. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna start snooping around for anything interesting.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm sorry, my headset's crapped out right at the start of that. What did the feathers turn out to be?
An owl feather.
Owl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14 to snoop.
14 to snoop. So as you're kind of crunching your way through the nest area and going through various different things, I mean, there's a lot of interesting objects around here, like underneath a pile of what appear to be maybe a library jerkin or something like that. You find there's a sword. You find a candelabra that doesn't seem affected by the dust or surrounding it on one of the shelves. There's a gleaming red jewel encrusted box on a shelf that you can blow dust off of. And then there are just thousands upon thousands of books, pages of scrolls that are rolled up and stored in places, maps that are unrolled and kind of falling off of tables. There's a lot of things around that you might find of interest.
Yeah, anything that's cool, I'm just going, not real. Drop it. Not real. Just like fiddling through.
Baba Yaga kind of goes, just because it's in this realm doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have an actual origin.
Yeah, but wouldn't we have to come back here to find said object?
Well, it depends on the nature of your reality.
Oh yeah, you're so intense. You're so cool. You should just hang out with us more.
Well, I'm with you now.
Nice.
We should really just appreciate the time that we're given.
You're so wise.
No.
He's got like tears in his eyes.
If we were to give the object to Baba Yaga, and Baba Yaga goes back into their page and takes it with them, when we bring Baba Yaga out in the other world, it should theoretically come out with them, I would think.
And then the monster owl that runs this place kills us for stealing from the library.
Well, if we're not in the library at the time, I think we might be okay.
I think the rules are only about stealing books anyway.
There's other things. Yeah. I'll look at non-book things.
Okay.
I love skirting around the rules. Let's do it.
Yeah, like I said, there's the things that immediately catch your attention. There's
let me see that box. You said the box.
The box, absolutely. So you take down the box. It is a probably like between your hands, maybe this big box. Rectangular in structure with a rounded top and then encrusted with jewels. And it does have a lock.
Damn it.
I pick it.
Okay, go ahead and make a lock picking check, Soros.
Also, Jace is back if we want to re-describe the room in a second too.
You are in a giant nest in a even gianter tree.
Sucks.
Yeah.
There's like big owl feathers around here too.
Yeah, I caught that.
Okay,
15.
15. So Soros, you kind of set the box down on a nearby table and you go to work to open it, and you are working the tools in, and you hear the click of what you think is the release of the lock, but you've just sprung the trap. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Nat 20. So 22.
Okay. So as the click goes, you go to kind of open it, and the top lifts for just a millimeter of space, but the lock is still catching. But then you hear this like sound from inside as this gassy, spory material kind of floors out from it inside, and you kind of leap back enough that it disseminates around and up into the air and not into your nostrils.
I'm gonna go ahead. What's the radius on that, Josh?
It was just like right in front of where the lock was. It was not a huge cloud. It was just like like when you
like
go
an
to,
Indiana Jones trap.
Yeah, like it just like right into the face. It would have been right into the face, but Saurus leapt back in time to dodge it.
It's the squirt bottle with the cat.
Yeah, or the mouse. But you can try if you want to, Saurus, to unlock the lock.
Okay,
Now that you've sprung the trap.
Got that out of the way. That is a 14.
Okay. So going back in, since the trap mechanism is already released, I'm gonna have Abel give you a flash of genius. So hold on a second. So that gives you a 20 on your roll. And so that you kind of work through around where the trap mechanism was. You find the lock and you hit it, and the top like releases and then kind of on its own lifts up and comes open. And you see inside of this a ornate ivory dagger on a pillow of black velvet.
Do we make Abel identify it?
Oh yeah, I will see what I can do. Abel takes it and takes 10 minutes to identify it. As you're looking around, Jury, there's also the candelabra. There was the sword. There's also like some weird stones that are not gems that you locate in one space as well. And then there's scrolls and maps that are the things that kind of stand out to you.
Can I look at the stones?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
and I'll
I feel
help.
like I pointed this out to everyone where all these things are. So.
Yeah. So Marlo, you go over to the stones, and they are they look like at one point in time they were piled up in a neat pile, but have since kind of tumbled over. And there are 9 stones here, and they range in the entire color spectrum. And then there's a white and a black stone.
Yeah.
They look very similar to the stone that's in your sword, just smaller.
I have a scroll of identify
Okay.
that I will use.
Okay. So go ahead and Saurus make an intelligence check, and let me see what the
And this is going to be a straight roll.
identify is a first level spell. Okay.
Once again, a 14.
A 14. I believe that is enough. Saving DC on reading a spell scroll. Yes.
Is that a skill check or a saving throw?
It was a skill check, sorry.
Okay,
so
14.
yeah, so you needed to hit an 11. And since you do have some innate spellcasting, then this is something that you're actually relatively capable of doing. And so, Saurus, you begin to read you kind of put the 9 stones in and you read the spell, and you all listen as Saurus is haltingly reading something, but then like the words just begin to flow out of his mouth in a way that's almost like, Saurus, you don't have control of them so much. And then as you're reading, the words on the scroll vanish as you go. And then once you get to the bottom, the entire scroll like burns up and then turns into a glittery dust that falls down on the items. And you immediately get a picture in your head of what these are. They are primordial godstones.
What?
What they do.
Abel, what does that mean?
So, well, no, but Saurus, you're getting this. So you get the name, and each one is tied to a different god. What they do is they're basically seeds of power that at one point in time were in an egg and germinated and gave birth to the entities of the gods. They now possess a single charge of divine power. As a collective, you could use them to basically get a divine intervention.
Oh my god, we found the Dragon Balls, guys. Holy shit.
They are kind of like the Dragon Ball.
I don't touch them.
How close am I?
Depends. What were you looking at?
I don't know. Who's got the leash?
I do. So
Saurus has, so you're right there with the Godstones, yeah.
Ooh, shiny. Yeah, I'll try to pick one up.
Okay, you go ahead and grab one and you hold it in your hand, and it looks just like a dull, not even like beautifully carved, like almost like a gem in rough form. Roughly the same shape of the stone that you keep in your pocket. But it's warm to the touch. It's not cold to the touch.
I do the thing with it for a little bit.
As you're kind of doing that, the warmth increases a little, and there's you kind of pull away, and there's a slight glow coming off of it.
Cool.
I pick up all the rest and then give them to Kaimana.
No,
I'm gonna put him in my beanbag.
no, those are extreme. No, you can't have God's sperm in your bean bag.
God sperm.
He's got what?
That's in a short right
I'm like
here.
on the other side of the
Just,
room.
just so you
Like,
know, that's going in a short.
You
Wait,
can't
is me
have
and Baba
God
Yaga,
sperm.
like-
You can't have God sperm in a beanbag.
I'm gonna pick them up and go. Are we taking these from the monster out? Are we
They're not
just
books.
determined to take things?
They're not books.
I think we should steal from him. He seems like a nerd.
Are we trusting Baba Yaga's moral compass, which we have determined is questionable at best?
I don't have a moral compass.
Yeah, Baba Yaga is cool
what
as
I
fuck.
said.
I mean, wait, yeah, that's not good.
All right.
I mean,
Sure,
if
we
we
can
do
make
this,
another
we
deal.
do this. Like, this could be incredibly fucking useful for what we're about to do. But also, there are consequences for actions.
But they're also not real.
Well, maybe.
I
We could-
personally,
I mean, we don't know. Can I
here's the
do like
thing.
an intelligence check on if we might be are we in the same plane right now?
Like of Azalor.
Yeah, is this like a pocket dimension thing?
This is a pocket dimension thing.
So in theory, if we grab them in a different dimension, then maybe could I use an intelligence check to maybe figure out if we grab them here, if we could have them in the real world?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 17.
Yes. So beyond the fact that if you took something out of the real library, you would be able to have it in Azalor proper. There's been a lot of conversation around the dream state that you're in, and things that you've heard, like things that Abel has deduced and has shared, that the dream state itself is not so much being asleep as it is being like shunted to a parallel universe that is functioning like a dream but is its own separate thing. So events that occur in this parallel universe, if those two universes were ever to be put back together, would have to reconcile. And so if you were to perhaps buy a magic carpet in a dream universe,
Yeah.
When those universes reconcile, it would just have to be. This is a divination universe. It is a potential present.
Okay. I explained that to the group.
I've been
super complex.
fucking with it. I've been fucking
No.
with it. No.
Yeah, this is not no consequence land.
I've been knocking stuff over. God.
I've been eating so much.
Marlo, it is holding this that you get a ping on your brand.
Oh, wait. Is she here?
She's in this plane of existence.
In this pocket dimension?
She seems to be above you, like fairly far above you.
Fuck. Y'all, Tyrell Wall is in this plane. She's here.
Shit. Well, I mean, maybe this is like what she's looking for. Possibly, right?
If they
Why don't
know
we
it's
pocket-
here.
Is she like in this room, or is she in a different room in the library?
I think she's in the library. I think she's up above us a fair bit, but she's gonna come.
Did we scry?
Here. I don't know what.
Did we all scry on her?
No, we didn't scry.
No, we didn't.
I couldn't remember.
We scryed on the book.
The
to,
book,
like,
that's
figure
right.
out where
Okay,
the
yeah,
book was.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. We could leave these in this dusty library and they could get no use, or we, the heroes, could take them and put them to good use, right?
We take them.
We're keeping them safe.
Is there a book to refile in this location, or is this just a waypoint to the next location?
This is the realm of lost things. So when Baba Yaga lost the book, it came here.
Okay.
Yeah, but you had heard, like, we had some kind of conversation with about Terrell Dimwalla in which it implied that Terrell Dimwalla was lost. And I think that's ultimately why you all were coming here, if I remember correctly, from the past, was that lost things were all showing up in the same location. And so if she was lost, she'd be here.
Because she seemed to she's trying to become lost, right? So we were like, what does she want here, perhaps?
No, she had just gotten lost.
Oh,
she was trying to work
her dumbass just got lost.
So we were just trying to confront her here, possibly.
Because you all have a guide through the library, or had a guide through the library, whereas Terrell apparently didn't and was lost in the library.
Yeah, she was trying to get through the dream the same way we are, but she got lost on the way.
I'm going to I'll put these in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And I'll just go, and I will not use them unless we all agree on the very specific thing that we want to use them for.
Agreed.
And if you are unfamiliar with how divine intervention works, it is it is
I played a cleric. I know how it works.
It's a percentage roll, and if you roll low enough or high enough, one of the two, a god can intervene.
I also am going to check out the sword really quickly.
Okay. Abel finishes identifying the object that was handed to him, which my brain has now forgot what it was.
The dagger.
Oh, the dagger. Yes. So this is a skeleton's key dagger. It doesn't unlock things, but what it does is if you go into a space and you slide the dagger into the lock, it will lock the door. Mm-hmm. Or if you slide it into the lock, it will prevent the door from being locked. You determine which way you want it to be when you put it in.
That's sick.
It does not require any attunement. It can also be used as a regular dagger. It is a +1 dagger, and it has the added benefit of if you stab somebody with it in the heart, you can lock their soul.
Oh!
So you can lock the soul while you kill them.
Which seems like a really dark thing to do, but yeah, like
seems extremely evil. But yes.
Which would be in the sense of like, let's say you didn't want the soul to pass on to another life, you wanted to hold it for reincarnation or questioning or for necromantic purposes. This locks the soul in place.
So sick.
Like putting it into a construct or something like that.
Oh, who wants cool as fuck dagger? No takers?
I mean, I can't use it. It's metal.
It is ivory.
Oh, get it here.
Hermione, you have to be committed to using this to its full potential if you take this.
No, you don't have to lock someone's soul. Okay,
I just the soul part, the door part, the locking the doors part,
the full potential. You said.
So you do or don't want me to lock people's souls?
No.
All right, I'm taking the dagger. I have reincarnate. I revivify. I'll take the dagger.
Okay.
I'm too concerned about having small son with this thing.
What's the sword about?
So the sword is a sword of planes traveling.
What?
Yeah. So this one, it doesn't have the ability to teleport a person between planes. However, it does give someone the ability to make a cut in the fabric of reality to tell whether or not they are on their plane of existence or have been trapped in another plane of existence.
Oh, genius for here.
Yeah,
it's also a +2 sword. It's short sword.
And is that made out of like a pine tree or?
No, it is made out of, I mean, it kind of has the appearance of like Damascus steel.
Okay, see, this isn't fair. I can't have the bone thing, but any of y'all can have.
Hey, you can have the dagger, but you have to make sure you use it on doors and locking and stuff.
Hold on. Let him have the dagger. Jury, do you want this short sword?
No, I can't really use it.
You can't use short
I thought
swords?
you use swords.
No, I mean, like, I have a +5 sword. So
yeah, your regular is pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I have a
two-hand.
sword. I have a +6 sword, actually.
You have a +5
No.
I have a
sword?
+6 sword.
It's a +2, I think, but with your modifier.
with all my shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
No,
Jesus.
No, I mean,
I was gonna say,
a
what the
+6.
fuck happened?
Why aren't you on the front line?
Remember, my dulcimer has the sword in it now,
Yeah.
so I have my specialty sword.
The Thorn of Wisteria, yeah.
Could you double hand?
No, I don't fight like that. It wouldn't have any. I mean, I could just have it. We could use it for stuff, but
I promise to use the bone unlocks.
okay, I give you that.
Okay, who wants the sword of plane travel?
Oh, we could give that to Abel's new child. Abel's baby.
Omenira.
Yeah, we'll give it to Omenira.
Save it for Omenira?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be a great sword for Omenira to have.
Can we just say that Abel holds that for
Yeah, sure.
Omenira?
Abel puts it in his bag of holding. While you all were having the conversation, Abel also identified the candelabra.
Oh, he's so useful. Thank you.
And he also, because he would be interested in the scrolls, he went through the scrolls. There's also a map out on the table. So while he's doing this, you could look at the map. And what you would see, Marlo, is a map that is of Alyria, but an Alyria that none of you recognize because it doesn't have a veil.
Cool.
It's a full map. And I thought I had it right here. I'll find it and I'll send it to you so you guys can see what it looks like. But, what did I do? Hold on. I did something. There we go. So I'll send it to you so you can see what it looks like. The candelabra is a candelabra of darkness. And so you can light it and it provides a bubble of light, just like a candelabra would. If you had the darkness spell cast on you, the candelabra would provide 10 feet of light, even in magical darkness. If you blow the candelabra out and set it on the ground, it casts darkness in the space around it.
Ooh.
Does not require attunement.
All right, so is you with the Phantom of the Opera candelabra?
The Phantalabra.
Real quick, Josh, are there any locks within leash distance?
Are there? You can make an investigation check. Or
there's the
perception
box that the dagger was in.
Oh, that box is probably
shiny.
worth money too. But yeah.
Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
15.
15. So as they're all kind of looking through these things, come on it. You do, because you have a lower viewpoint than others. You are kind of looking around under a table, and you do find a little bag under a table that's wrapped in a very like a golden hempen rope, and the you can't tell exactly, but it's a leather sack that seems to be made out of some kind of very fine leather.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up.
You go and look inside. It's bones, but the bones have runes carved onto them.
Ooh.
These are diviner bones.
Look what I unlocked.
Very nice.
They are divination bones. You can use them you can ask simple questions and get simple answers. You can also have them predict the weather and a few various other things.
I feel like I should have.
Yeah, perfect druid bones.
Okay.
I will never deny you those bones. Don't worry.
Ain't no bones about it.
All right, that's close to a pun. I'm offended.
All right. Anybody want the candelabrum?
I'll take the candelabra.
Okay, so you have a darkness candelabrum.
I'll take the gem box too.
Okay. I mean, if you were able to get the gems off of it, it's probably like 500
No,
gold
no,
worth
I'm
of
trying
gems.
to keep it. I'm trying to keep it nice.
Or the box itself, yeah.
Yep, I want the box itself.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it nice.
Everybody knows new in box is more valuable.
Ugh.
All right. All right. So any other things you want to look around in this space for before you try to go find the book?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say I'll start looking for the book, so if you want to do anything else, pop on.
I'm
just
going
wanna-
to ask the bones where the book is.
You know where the book is. You already scried on the book.
I wanted to see if they were.
Okay, go ahead.
Simple answers. The bones are going to write you an essay on how to exactly find the book.
All right, go ahead and you're rolling bones. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
Can I be like looking for the book?
Yep,
while
go ahead and
he
make an
does
investigation check.
this? Okay.
Plus my wisdom.
Can
Yes.
Abel help me?
Yes, Abel can help you.
Okay.
That's a 10.
You get the bones come back with all things are close by if you look.
Damn.
I love.
Like, open your eyes, idiot. The
Damn, they
answer.
work.
I got a 19.
That's in sarcasm font. And written in the sarcasm font.
Yeah, a 19. So Marlo, you leave this like introductory area to the nest, and oh my god, Sully scared the shit out of me. I put my hand down and she started licking my hand on the wrong side because she's normally over here. And you walk away and your boots kind of crunching through the twiggy undergrowth here, passing by shelves of books of various different titles. At one point you come through a break in shelving and there's a full skeleton wearing the garb of a librarian that seems to have been here for a very long time.
Like it.
You keep traveling through and there's other random knickknacks and objects, coins, gems, all kinds of things spread out. Oh my god. And then you finally kind of get further down into a shelving structure and you see a stack of books, and what catches your eye is the book at the very top of this stack. It's probably 8 or 9 feet above you. Is just kind of hanging over. Is not dusty and old. It is fresh and new in this space.
Cool. Can I fly up to get it?
Yep, you kind of kick off and you lift into the air. And
how many books have you grabbed?
No, that's fine.
It's just reading.
This doesn't count.
You can
towards the
grab it.
library
You just can't read it.
Yeah. So you kind of you fly up and you're 8 feet above, and as you're here, you're looking out upon the whole 1,000-meter wide nest, and it's just row upon pile upon pile of lost shit here. Probably a king's ransom worth if you all wanted to take the time to go through. But what you also notice while you're up there is at the center of the nest is a large open space where there are no shelves or units. And it looks like the interior of a very well apportioned sitting room with a massive bed. And you get the sense that might be the home of the creature that calls this space home. But it's currently empty. And you grab the book off the shelf. It is.
Is there anything immediately interesting in my vicinity while I'm right here?
Yeah. So as you pick up the book underneath it, the dust covered and loosened off of it, you see the New Empyreans.
Okay. I'm going to look at that and go, not today.
And then, I mean, there's a stack of like 15 platinum coins nearby too, if you just wanted to pocket
if we're just taking things, I mean, might as fucking well.
We are just
let me see.
Yeah, the morals are off the table
let me roll.
at this point.
Ticket takers are not above petty.
Baba Yaga's down at the bottom and just saying, morals are really just a dice roll.
I don't know how you're affecting
that sounds
me.
like something Yori would say. Now I'm not on board with Baba Yaga.
So 15 platinum.
15 platinum, yeah. Let me.
That's for me, baby.
I'll roll and see if anything else.
I don't like this owl. Who cares?
Okay. But you have the.
This library sucks. This is my fucking payment for dealing with this shit.
Yeah, and as you are flying up there and you're kind of looking around, Marlo, the ping of the brand, you can tell that it had been kind of stationary, is now moving. It's still above you, but it's like moving in the direction of the tree trunk.
Okay. Am I still within like earbud range of other people?
Yeah, you're probably like 20 feet away.
Okay, so I'm going to drop the book to Baba Yaga. And I'm going to go, hey gang, Charles and Wall is up there. I'm going to go scout out.
All right. You got this.
Cool. Let you know what to find. And I'm going to go stealthily fly up to get a read on her.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth.
I am going to stealthily run up the tree about 40 or 50 feet. Basically, I want to be able to be a intermediary station in case Mar needs to go higher, so that she stays in earbud range.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you run up using your monk fitness, and you reach that kind of point. There's a knot or a hole in the bark that you're able to kind of hold on to there.
Stealth is a 19.
19. Marlo, what was yours?
30.
Oh, Mar, before you scooted off, I wanted to give you Gift of Alacrity, so you have bonus initiative. It lasts 8 hours, so that's just on you. I can do it once.
Did Soros drag my ass up there, and I'm just like dangling?
No,
from the
he
tree,
gave it to me. I'm sure.
He handed you off the tree.
I have you now.
All right, so Marlo, you fly up, kind of using branches of the tree and like as you're flying past these branches, it's like books growing out of the branches and then opening like buds with their leaves just kind of fluttering, and every now and then a page of the book would like break off and flutter down like a cherry blossom. But all of these books,
that's cool, but like real trees are just
and you're kind of using these branches to hide you, and you fly up probably 300 or 400 feet above. And Soros, if you want to, as you see Marlo getting higher, you can go up another 40 feet. Go ahead and make just an acrobatics check as you're going from one space to the next. And then Marlo, you get up, and at this point you kind of realize that you are roughly parallel with the brand and that it's at the tree trunk. And so
now hear me out.
Yeah.
31.
Okay.
So we're at the tree trunk.
You're so like if we're like thinking of space, like the tree trunk is here and there's branches coming off of it. You've kind of skirted around the outside using like the leaves of the tree to hide your presence. You're kind of out on the outer edge of the branches that are connecting down into the tree trunk, and you can tell that the brand is down there.
Okay, can I get right on top of where the brand is and see if I can get a visual on her?
Yeah, sure. So you kind of fly further up and then use the cover of branches to go towards the tree. I don't think there's any way. Oh, did we lose somebody?
No, Ronnie's joining.
Oh, hold on. Okay, Ronnie.
It's Ronnie.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Do we take a little break while you adjust things?
We'll take a 10-minute break as we adjust and then get Ronnie in.
I come in at a bad time.
No, just I just have to rearrange the windows.
I came in at a great time.
Yeah,
we're just trying to find Terrell Jamwala in this place right now because I gotta read on where she is.
Marlo, you are flying up above and you are kind of flying into the branches. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
15.
15. So you carefully make your way through the branches and you're looking down towards the trunk of the tree. And you see like on the branch, maybe 3 or 4 branches lower than you, a small opening that kind of like a squirrel's home, except, massive because it's on this massive tree that kind of descends into the tree a little bit. And you're watching that closely. And even though she rolled a natural 20, it cannot beat your 30.
Idiot.
She doesn't
You're
see
right.
you, but you see a woman kind of stick her head out of that opening and like look down towards the nest and then slide back in. And she's got a book in her hand. And she is blonde hair tied in a braid, wearing an archivist's librarian uniform. Doesn't look like Tim Webb.
How fast are my reflexes here? Like, if she sticks her neck out, could I have done something?
So you're probably like 30 feet above her. So you could dive down on her the next time she sticks her head out.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stay up here.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for her to stick her neck out again.
All right. So while Marlo is waiting there, Saurus, you're up on the tree. What is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna tell Saurus the plan too.
Okay.
Of like she's poked her head out once. When she does it again, I'm gonna try to get her.
How far above me is she, and on which side of the tree?
She's directly above you, probably 100 feet or so.
Okay, I'm gonna skitter around to the other side of the tree and go up enough so that if Marlo gets in a fight, I could use my full movement to get to her.
Okay. All right. So you use the branches to.
But I'm going to get on the other side of the tree so she cannot see me if she looks out.
All right, cool. And then you'd already rolled your stealth check, so you're good there. What is everyone else doing?
Who are we checking currently?
Well, Marlo picked up on the brand for Terrell Dimwala.
Okay.
How many charges do the divination bones have?
There's no charges on them.
Oh God, Kaimana's is asking all kinds of like inane questions that these things cannot answer. Like, like what's the best color?
They come back with like, your soul's determination will lead to success.
Future hazy, try again.
He's basically found the source of the Chinese fortune cookie.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go invisible while we're waiting.
Okay.
What's happening.
So you go and cast.
So I try to cast, right? Let's see if it works.
What level is greater invisibility?
I think. Well, I'm using regular invisibility with the dulcimer.
Oh, okay. So that's level
second level.
Second level. Hold on.
So tell me about wild magic, and then we'll also see about the other thing, right, John?
That isn't. You do not. Your wild magic doesn't go off.
Okay, and then how the new thing works is I roll 3d20, right?
3d20, and then take the one that's furthest from 0 or furthest from 10.
Furthest from 10?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I rolled a nat 1 for one of the numbers?
That would be the furthest from 10, unless you also rolled a natural 20.
Nope, I roll nat 1.
Okay, so you go to cast, and you're lightly playing your dulcimer so as not to make too much noise. And as you hit and you're singing the spell, your voice catches on where the C major would be, and there's just a blank. And you feel the spell leave you, and it hits Abel, and Abel is now invisible.
Obviously, I noticed this Thank you for the help, Judy. I would have taken care of this myself, but okay.
I look at the Baba Yaga. Babs. I thought we were cool, Babs.
We made a deal.
Damn it. Right. I made the deal really fast and didn't think about that.
Here's a lesson. If you meet a fae, don't give them your name and don't make deals.
The only fae I know is my mom.
You're fae.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that with me either. That's right. All right.
All right. So Jury,
Abel is
invisible. Yeah.
I'm just fucking standing here.
Okay.
Wait, Jury, if you're fake, can we make a deal?
No, I don't want to screw you over. Feels like all these deals have to screw someone over. I don't want to do that.
Well, you couldn't screw me over. What if I give you my C? Why? What's a C major?
No. Let's discuss this later. Get ready in case Mar needs help.
All right. So Mar,
Dear Bones, will Jury tell me make a deal with me?
No.
Roll a D20 and add your wisdom.
15.
They come back with deals between friends are never successful.
Gotta admit, that sounds like a no.
All right. So, Marlo, as you are watching, you're kind of also keeping an eye down at the nest, and you're just seeing weird chaos happening down there.
I'm ignoring that. I'm very used to ignoring chaos.
And there's a moment where you see like the figure who does not look like Terrell Dimwalla, but is the location of where your brand is, kind of steps out again and is like looking down and is looking at the book again and is kind of at the edge of that opening for a moment.
Okay. I'm dropping right on Terrell Dimwalla, sword out, trying to knock a bitch out.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yes.
Can I get advantage because the rest doesn't see me coming?
With advantage because you were not seen.
You'll never see her coming.
I believe that is a 27.
That hits.
Is that a 27? Yes. Okay, that is 27. All right. Can I actually retcon this?
Yeah.
Instead of just like straight attacking the shit out of her, can I try to tackle her? And if I can, like get, if I could have like I have like cloth and random shit, right? Can I have that so I can like immediately gag her and then like sit on her wrist so I can wrap those two because she's a spellcaster and I'm not letting her fucking teleport out of here.
Okay, so the 27 is the tackle. So in the midst of that is a grapple check. So it's your strength versus her dexterity. I'll give you advantage on the strength roll.
Thank you. You know I'm bad.
Well, so you caught her off guard.
Natural 20.
That's a 15 per point. So you're able
it
to.
It does go down to an 18 for me.
So you can kind of make a choice here. Do you want to bind wrists or do you want to gag?
Wrist first, then gag.
Okay, cool. So in this first movement, you kind of tackle her. Your body weight is carrying you both like over the edge of this branch, and then you take her wrists and bind them and tie like behind her back. So you're holding her wrists or her hands in place.
Yeah,
so
and do what I've been doing on mages, where I do the thing where it's like around the fingers, and it's like so they can just have a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Getting out and doing a cast from behind.
Yeah, the somatic components are kept behind. So as you hit her, she's like, She says, "What are you doing? I'm a librarian of the."
Shut up, Timwalla. I'm not an idiot.
And you're kind of tumbling over the space, and so unless you were trying to push her down into the tree branch, you're going over the tree branch.
Oh no, we're going over, and she's taking the fall.
Okay, good. Go ahead and roll a strength check to see if you can hold on to her, or if she's just going to plummet.
A 14.
We'll say that's can hold on her for a bit, but it's like you're losing grip, and she's kind of struggling a little bit against your binds. But go ahead and we'll roll initiative, Marlo and Tim.
I get alacrity on this, right?
You do.
What does that do for me?
If you roll initiative, you add
a D8.
D8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear this, so I'm going to start my sprint up and around.
Which she also has to roll.
Hello? A single D8, please?
Okay. And go ahead and roll your initiative too, Source.
Wow, I have a hard time beating this. Bitch. I got a 28.
And 28, okay.
16.
16. All right. So as you fly out into the air, Marlo, she's struggling. It's move for the second bit.
Mm-hmm. I want to. Can I nick her with my dagger of venom while we're going down? And kind of like hold it to her throat, but just nick her a bit so I can maybe get the dagger of venom to go off on her and get her poisoned.
Yeah.
Cool.
So go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
28.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
All right. So.
And it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I believe.
That is a 14.
Nah, she had to make a 15.
Ah, okay. So she's poisoned.
So
Sneak attack.
she takes 10 points of piercing.
Okay.
And my blue turns up. 12 points of poison damage, and she is poisoned for a minute, so she's gonna get disadvantage on every trek trying to fight this.
Okay. All right. Saurus. Are you running around to catch up?
I sprint up and around the tree. I'm on the branch. Obviously, I see them out down beneath me.
Mm-hmm.
Are they falling or are they hovering?
So Marlo has enough strength that they're not like plummeting, but they are losing a little altitude.
For clarification, I want us to fall.
What was that?
I want her to hit the ground full speed. I don't have my boots up.
Oh, so you are plummeting.
Yes.
Okay, good. So
I leap off after them.
Okay, so you both are plummeting. So you're following.
Squirrel!
As
I don't care if I take damage from this, as long as she takes more damage. That's my goal.
So as you're going, she kind of looks you in the face, and she shakes her head, and the white skin fades, the blonde hair kind of fades away, and you have the darker skin tone of Tyrell Demwalla, the dreadlocked hair that kind of comes up in the space and is flying up around her. Her outfit changes into a battle magey robe outfit, and she's bound behind you back, and she kind of looks you in the face, and she kind of fine. I suggest that you put me down safely and walk away. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I need to check one thing. Give me a second. Yeah, I have advantage against being charmed.
You
so
do, yes.
Take that. Ooh, glad I had the advantage because that first one was a nat one. But that is a 16.
16. Let me
probably fails.
I think it does. Let me just double check.
Yeah, she's pretty up there.
She is very high level. What's her spell DC? Yeah, there's 17. So you feel this energy kind of wash over you to like safely put her down.
Okay, so I probably kick my boots back in.
Okay.
And drop us to the ground. I assume.
Okay. Because I'm doing full plummet, if I see Marlowe trying to pull the parachute, as I go screaming past, I'm going to grab hold of Dimwala.
Okay. Go ahead and
snatch her out of Marlowe's hands.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check, Source. And it's opposed against Marlowe, who's holding on and is carrying through the suggestion. So
do
Marlowe,
I need to make another strength check?
Yeah, make a strength check. This is, can you hold on to Tyrell to carry out their suggestion while Saurus is 11.
16.
All right, so Saurus grabs Tyrell and is kind of yanks her out of your grasp, Marlowe, which means that you have not fulfilled the suggestion yet. So this comes back to Tyrell's turn, who kind of is just going to actively try to undo, now that you're not holding it, undo the rope that's there. Okay, so she begins the process of undoing the covering on her fingers while Saurus, you're plummeting with her to the ground.
I start hitting her.
Okay, go ahead and yeah. So the grab would be one attack. You can take a second attack with your action.
That's only a 14.
I think she cannot shield, and she wasn't mage armored, so hold on.
Yeah, that's a natural 4.
No, she can't shield, so 14 is her armor class.
Okay, stunning strike.
You go to hit the stunning strike, and the energy from the energy that you pulse into her body, you see a necklace around her neck, like it's a choker that's around her neck, flare for a moment, and you feel all of that energy like dissipate away. Tyrell cannot be stunned.
Well, fuck. That is still 17 in damage, however.
Okay, 17 points of damage to Tyrell. Okay.
Because I got an attack turn, can I do Flurry of Blows?
Yeah.
Okay, let me burn those key points. Those key points, that takes me down to 4. Dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
And I'm not getting sneak attack on any of these, I take it.
No, you guys are just falling.
Ooh, that was good. 22.
Nice.
2 6s and a 5. And last attack is a 15.
15. She's 14's her armor class, so you're good.
Yep. Rolled a natural 5. But I'll take it. And way of the open hand, I've scanned her, so any particular vulnerabilities or resistances or immunities?
She is immune to being stunned. She is also immune to fire damage right now.
Okay, so I yell, don't use fire. And I impose the condition that she cannot take a reaction until the end of my next turn.
Nice. All right.
And second attack is 16 in damage.
Okay. Good.
Goodness. Beating her on the way down.
All right. So as you are falling, Saurus, she's undoing the binds on her wrists. Marlowe, you still feel the suggestion coming over you because you have not carried out the suggestion yet. What are you doing on your turn?
Probably trying to wrangle her back, right?
Okay, you can go ahead and try to fight her.
Or maybe I'm trying to go down and catch her.
Okay, good. So
right? Because that would be getting her down safely.
Sure. Yep. So you're going below to get down to catch her. Good. So the rest of you watch as Marlo kind of flies out of the tree and lands safely on the ground. And you can see Source is also plummeting and will be there shortly. Source, as you're sitting there, Tyrell kind of looks at you for a moment. I thought that we would meet later. And you see the spell leave her lips as she vanishes from the space where you are and is gone from your grasp.
Okay.
Marlo, she's still on this plane of existence.
I'm going for her, dude. I don't know if she landed safely or not. I gotta figure it out.
All right, cool. So everyone else, you can roll initiative as well.
Oh, I might have rolled the worst. Let's go, baby. I
Right.
finally get my plus AC.
25 to 20.
Wait.
I know Mars in there.
Yeah, Mark got that plus D8.
My D&D is so slow.
I think it's really funny with my dice. I tend to either roll like 14 or above or 6 below. I very rarely roll like a 10. It's
never middling.
Yeah.
I haven't been too upset with D&D Beyond's dice so far. Oh. Honestly, they've been doing me all right.
You just jinxed it that one.
I know.
Yeah,
Anyone?
Not great.
Anyone else 25 to 20 other than Marlo?
Nope.
Okay. 19 to 15. And that's where Saurus was with the 16. Okay.
Strong showing, gang.
Yeah. 14 to 10.
14.
11.
Able.
Oh, you did it!
I got a 6, so I get the +1 AC. Let's fucking go.
Baba Yaga and what's her name?
Baba Yaga better not screw this for me.
Arian rolled on a 10, so she's right behind Able. Baba, how's Baba doing?
Come on, Baba Yaga. Don't screw me, I swear to God.
How you doing, Babs?
Baba's right after Able as well, if she decides to fight, which puts Jury at the bottom.
Let's go.
All right. So that was Tyrell's turn. So the rest of you kind of coming into the initiative, you watch as Marlo kind of flies down and lands. You see Saurus plummeting, and then there's somebody in Saurus's grasp who vanishes from his grasp and disappears. And then that kind of brings everyone else in. So Kaimana, as you are throwing bones, you hear this commotion happening nearby. What are you doing?
Ask the bones if I need to catch Saurus.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom check on as your action on the bones.
Bones were a mistake.
They say a falling mouse gathers no moss.
Can't ask better than that.
Turn into one of those bitches that wakes up and texts their astrology app every day. It's me. I'm bitches.
That was my action, right?
That was your action, yeah.
Okay. I'll take. I'll move in that direction then.
Okay, so you kind of get up and you move over to where Saurus is about to plummet into the ground.
Yeah.
Abel, what are you doing on your turn?
I just rush towards my comrades that are falling. I might have to jetpack, right?
You have your jetpack, yeah.
I guess I have to jetpack to follow them.
Are you going to try to catch Saurus, or are you just going over to where Saurus is?
I know that Saurus has got that whole super cool monk fall stuff, right?
Yeah.
So,
you've seen him jump into pits and things, yeah.
We've seen Saurus hit the ground and then just stand up as if he didn't hit the ground.
Exactly. It's like brush off his
I imagine it's like very like Hanna-Barbera style, where like Source falls like flat into the dirt, and then there's a sword-shaped hole, and he just kind of like immediately stands up and walks off.
Exactly
we just don't talk about it. Like, oh, is he okay? I'm just gonna activate jetpack and fly down to be of assistance.
Okay.
But I'm not really the physical type, so.
I mean, you're also invisible, so.
Yeah, so
and you did see this person disappear from out of Source's grasp.
You did, yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah, there's not much I can
really
do about
so you're moving over into that vicinity. Baba is in the process of going through what appears to just be a pile of like old rags, but seems real interested in them. This is a wonderful
Josh,
example.
Would Terrell's concentration have been hit when Source was hitting her on me?
So suggestion is not a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just charmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I think I feel
like suggestion is weirdly concentration.
It does say concentration.
Oh, it does say concentration
Unless
on yours?
it's a different kind. The second level spell suggestion says concentration on my thing.
Why does it not say it here? But it says it on yours?
On my spell, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because it's like a magic.
Because I remember seeing this before and being like, "That's weird."
No, so let me see. Okay, she does have high con. Let me see. So it's 17 points of damage. So she's successful on the first one, and that's a 16 plus 4. That's a 20. So she's successful on both saves. So thanks you for catching that, Marlo.
No worries.
That's weird that mine doesn't have concentration. Okay.
I know, that's weird.
But that's fine. Good, because the dimension door is not concentration, so she was able to cast that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Baba is going through scraps of fabric. Arian takes out her whip blades and kind of moves forward. And she's just she kind of looks around for a moment, and then she just says to those who are close enough by, not yelling, we might want to make sure we do this quietly.
Oh, right.
And then she's readying herself. Jury, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look around and see if I can get any kind of beat on where she went.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Perfect.
Or perception check.
Yeah, I'll make. Which one do you prefer? Doesn't matter.
Investigation would probably perception would be better.
Doesn't matter. I rolled really low, so I got 6 at highest.
Oh, okay, so you're kind of looking around, but you're not noticing any disturbances in the space.
Yeah. Mars too far. Mars too far to call out too. I don't want to do that. I don't want to anger the bird.
Do you want to move in the direction of where everyone else has gone off to?
Yeah, I'll move over there, and then I'll still give Mar Bardic Inspiration though.
Cool, awesome. So Marlo, on yours, you have the brand. It seems to be like 500 feet away from you, like towards the edge of the nest, away from the tree trunk.
Oh, I mean, I'm going, dude.
Okay, cool. So you fly out that way. I think even with your full action dash and movement, you get further out. What you do see is when you get to the end of your movement, you see Terrell standing on the edge of the nest. And now we're out of the nest area. You can see like behind this nest is just like a sea of stars, and the lower branches of the tree, you can see like maybe further down, like small moons. They almost look like caught in the branches. And then further down below that, the roots of the tree, like feeding out into this endless white glowing expanse of energy that's further down. And she's just kind of standing there, watching your approach.
Can I whisper to her and go, "Did you get down safely?"
she kind of just looks at where she is, and then she just says, "And remember, the second part was to just walk away."
Okay, I use my full everything to get over to her.
Right. So, yep.
Can't walk away on this turn.
Yep. Saurus, you hit the ground. That is 37 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into the base of the.
But I can take up to 50 reduced, so I take 0.
Yes. But what you all hear is the crash of Saurus into the nest. And it dislodges some of the nearby bookcases, and a couple of those tumble over, and the materials that are on them scatter out onto the tree, or onto the nest.
Because I moved to where he was going to fall, can I have a reaction to try to cushion his fall?
How are you going to cushion his fall?
Interposing myself between me and him.
No, buddy.
So, Kaimana, you move underneath Saurus.
I'm gonna catch you!
I gotcha.
So Saurus doesn't take 36 points of bludgeoning damage, but Kaimana does.
Oh no.
And as you kind of feel yourself like flattened into the tree branches, and some of that might be piercing damage too, as these twigs are kind of jutting into you now that you've broken through the outer layer of the nest. Kaimana, it's probably enough energy that like one of your feet like pops through the bottom of the nest and is just dangling in empty space over the void, but you're there. All right.
Does it make less noise?
It's still pretty loud. The branches, like the bookshelves falling over, is the big noise causer here.
All right, so 36 damage.
Did he stop that at least?
Did he stop what?
The bookcase is falling over.
No.
No, he's the smallest character, and none of us have any strength for it.
All right. Saurus, so after hitting the ground, what are you doing?
I saw Marlo fly off, right?
Yes.
I go sprinting in that direction because I know she's got the bead on what's her name.
Okay, good. So full movement, action, movement, dash.
Would he hear my very weird question and Dimwala's response?
I will move 110 feet, but I will not step of the wind yet unless I can see Dimwala.
Okay, good. So at 110 feet, you can see Mar, and you hear Mar call out to Dimwala. Dimwala is still about 400 feet away from you. She went the full 500 feet on her dimension door.
Okay. Yeah, I'll step of the wind.
Okay, cool. So
she can't be stunned.
So it's 150.
165 feet.
Okay, good. So you actually catch, like, Mar, you're flying and you just see this white blur like bounding through the branches and jumping off of bookshelves and over bookshelves and off of the twigs of the lower nest, and then flipping to kind of like catching up to you, like running. It's the new like TikTok trend of anime videos where they're running to that stupid song. Like that's this moment for Saurus.
Nice.
And then so then it's Terrell's turn, and Terrell kind of looks in your direction, Marlo. I do not want to kill your rat friend.
Me neither. That works out great for both of us.
We are here for a purpose. I say we talk and not fight.
That's cool by me. What do you want?
What you were sent for.
Oh, I got that, and I fucking grabbed the papers that I wrote down. I'm gonna go hand them to her.
Wait, is she charmed or suggested?
It's suggestion, yeah.
So she's not charmed.
But remember my master plan. I was going to give these papers to Armand and his people anyway. So
very nice.
So Mar is half working under the suggestion right now, but also half, I think, maybe playing into the suggestion a little bit, acting wise.
And while you're saying that, she is readying a spell, and she is not releasing the spell on this turn because you've said you're going to do it, but she's readying it. And
can I kind of try to, when I say this, like make sure that the white blur that's dancing around the branches hears me when I say this?
Yeah, so Saurus hears you say it. And what you see, and all of you are able to see this, is that while Terrell is preparing the spell, you see these like fissures begin to open up in the space of the branches and the air above you that seem to be opening up to an endless series of stars as she readies to cast this spell.
Do I recognize this spell?
Make an intelligence check, Abel.
Can I also as a magic-y person?
Yep.
I will message Marlowe.
Just intelligence or arcana?
Either one.
I'm going to do arcana if that's okay.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm going to message Marlowe.
29.
Abel, you know that this is like your mother's last ditch spell, like in the event of I need to protect Noavia at all costs, that this is the spell that she has, and it's Meteor Swarm.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was really bad.
That spell is just fun to
She hasn't released it yet. She's an evocation wizard. Like, this is her bread and butter.
I'm gonna de-spell it. What is it?
So she's readying it, but she hasn't released it yet. And she, like, as at the end of her turn, she's just saying, we've already made quite a bit of noise, and I think you know who might be on the way.
I message Marlowe and go, do you want me to stop or keep going?
Chill. Let's give her the papers and see if she'll get out of here. And then I will walk away from Terrell tomorrow.
I swerve behind a bookcase, so I'm undercover.
Okay, good. All right, that takes us to Kaimana. You just saw Saurus like tear off in one direction. You saw Marlowe tear off in another direction. You're seeing these like rifts opening up in the space above you. Hundreds and hundreds of feet up in the air.
Yeah, this doesn't seem good. Can I see Terra Demois from where I am?
So where you are kind of like down in the nest and surrounded by the books, it's difficult. If you wanted to like climb up onto a bookshelf to get a better view of the space, you could do that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you kind of climb up on a bookshelf and you pop up and you're just kind of overseeing all of the bookshelves and stacks of things around you. And you do see Marlowe flying off about 150 feet away from you. You can't see Saurus because he's hidden down into a bookshelf, but you do see the figure of Terrell Demois standing at the edge of the nest, casting this spell, but she's a good 450 so feet away from you.
How? Okay, I can't get there. Shucks. I guess I'll try to hop closer from bookcase to bookcase with whatever movement I've got.
Sure, yeah, good. So you use your full movement, so you get 60 feet closer on this turn. All right, Abel.
This is just normal invisibility, right? So if I attack or anything, you'll...
any action will break the invisibility.
I want to move as far as I can with my regular movement near her, and can I ready an action?
So I think with your full movement, if you did your action and movement, it would be 60 feet closer. She's like 500 feet away from you right now.
Oh crap.
Mm-hmm. She went the full distance of her dimension door.
Okay. That's cool. My flight is 35. Fudge. I can't de-spell if she... What is the range of de-spell magic?
I think it's 120 feet.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's too far away. There's nothing I can do. I'm just gonna hold where I am, I guess.
Okay.
I'm moving a little bit closer staying invisible, just hold where I am.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. I can't really do anything.
Marlo, as you're where you are, you suddenly see like a figure like appear underneath, like kind of maybe 50 feet away from Tyrell Dimwalla. That's a very fancy outfit that you're wearing. Why are you here? And you see Baba Yaga like reaching out to cast.
Baba Yaga.
But Baba Yaga looks back towards you for a moment. Just.
I mean, I don't know what she's about to do.
She's looking to you for like affirmation
Permission
or
to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I need to just give her the papers. I'm gonna go 1 minute. Hold. Like, can I message her? Is she message distance?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. Hold that if she attacks or makes to cast.
Okay.
Do that, but I need to give her something first.
You watch Baba just go, and she eats the spell.
Ew.
And then so she's there like 50 feet away from Tyrell Dimwalla.
Okay.
Arian is running in that direction. And Arian kind of looks back and she looks at you, Jury, and she just says, if you can get a hold of your friends, Tyrell is not somebody to be messed with. She's quite powerful.
Yeah.
And she is running in that direction as well. So Mar.
Yep.
Back to you.
I'm gonna go give her the papers.
Okay. So you get up to a point, and you feel like the suggestion is fading a little bit because the suggestion fades because she's now focusing on holding this spell.
Right.
But she's there waiting.
I'm still gonna give her those papers.
Okay, so you take out the papers and she kind of holds up for you to stay back a little bit. Just put them there on the table.
Okay. Just please don't drop a meteor storm and get Saurus killed by either that or the owl. Please.
Oh. The rest of you might die, but not him.
Well, now I don't want to give you the paper if you're gonna say that, okay? Can you just be cool for 2 seconds?
I have no intention of killing any of you. My job here is to follow and make sure that you complete your task.
Great, I completed the task. I'm gonna give this to you, and if you drop the meteor storm afterwards, I will be so fucking mad. Okay? so think about that. Because I can kick your ass 1-to-1, and you know I can.
So she just says, "Put it there, and tell your friends to walk away."
Okay, I'm just gonna make so that she knows that I'm messaging people, so I'm not yelling it. I'm just gonna very obviously do it and just tell everyone like, back up.
But we should talk.
Us? Or all of the whole gang?
Either way.
Okay, what's up? What's going on?
You're fighting on the wrong side.
Okay. Do you want to expand on that?
You know what's about to break out.
I know. And I know what you guys want to do. And I am 100% against the Veil too. And if there is a way that we all agree to team up and stop the Veil, that's great. I'm not complaining about everyone going to stop the Veil.
He's coming for your friend.
Like, Now?
No, not until the dream collapses.
You know I'm gonna be pretty hard pressed to let him do that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
One sacrifice could save everyone. Whoa. What a perfect
Dramatic
timing
music.
on the dramatic music.
It's like Star Wars music too, I think.
Yeah. One
No.
sacrifice could save everyone.
You all have made so many sacrifices. That is not an applicable thing in this situation.
Wow.
Imagine if we take that, if we have them fight on our side. Why do we have to sacrifice them?
To fill the void. We cannot live in a world without a god.
I don't disagree with that necessarily. But I don't want that god.
Well, peace now then. War later.
I guess so.
She holds the spell for her turn. Are the rest of you backing down or backing away?
Backing away.
She walks the distance up to the table and grabs it. Wake up. The world needs all of you.
It needs us. It does not need people like you.
The rifts vanish in space, and she casts plane shift and vanishes from this area.
I mean, just like, oh. And then I'll let everyone know she's gone.
Baba is climbing up onto a thing. We might want to make our exit quite quickly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think we
yes.
gotta go.
Did we find Baba's book? Did we find it?
Yeah, I gave her the book. She's got it.
Okay.
Do we
Let's
know
go,
how
let's
to
go.
get out of here?
Amana?
Where we came?
Can I make a roll?
How you get out?
Yeah,
Roll
go ahead.
for-
Go ahead and make a nature. No, not a nature. Just a wisdom check. Come on.
Just a wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add my proficiency?
No, this is just recalling, trying to like connect with the magic and recall what was in the scry.
Okay.
Oh, it's the scar thing.
Okay.
You. I was
21.
gonna say. Okay. Well. Okay.
Okay, 21. So you remember where the scry popped out into the nest, and so you quickly are guiding people back to that space. As you're going, Baba kind of looks at you, Saurus, and says, "Bring me the skull of that skeleton."
Which skeleton?
And she's just kind of like running, and you just see like there's a skeleton wearing archivist robes, like not far away.
No.
Okay, I'll swing by and grab it.
Okay, so you pop the
At
skull.
full sprint, so
Yeah.
you see just be
Yeah, and then you circle back around, and you hand it to her, and she says, and she like tucks it into a pouch next to her, insurance policy. And as she keeps moving, and so you all get back to where Kaimana is. So Kaimana, you're at like the entrance space, but none of you have ever like backtracked in the library, and so you're looking here. You walked into this space here, but there's doesn't seem to be a return here. But there is like the archway that you walked through. Here it's two like 10-foot tall bookshelves that have collapsed into each other and form like this A-shaped frame in space.
Can I shoot up straight up in the air and see if like Eagle Eye View can give me any kind of view on something that looks like an exit?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check as you get over there. But come on, as you're looking at this hole, what do you want what kind of roll do you want to throw to it, or ability do you want to throw to this?
I want to use my survival skill.
Okay.
And basically the way I'm thinking of this is like, we aren't the first people to come through here.
Mm-hmm.
And so other people will have left traces or tracks in some way, like trying to leave.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll survival.
10.
What an interesting choice to use survival. A skill that's all about tracking and finding things in a space where the way you get here is by being lost. The DC on using survival was 8 because it's the one ability that can find its way away from a place where you're lost. So
nicely done, Kaimana.
So Kaimana, as you are kind of using survival, you're looking for tracks, and it's really odd is that you're not finding any tracks. But the very action of centering and locating yourself in this space of like acknowledging your location and things around you and the various places, you are centering your brain on the very action of being found. And the next time you look up, between those two doorways, you see the blackened hole of space that would lead to an exit from this realm.
All right, everybody, exit through the gift shop.
No one else sees it. Just Kaimana.
Just me?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to make everybody link hands.
Okay. So Marlo, you're kind of looking around, and there's a few other markers like that around the space. You get the sense that there's probably other exits other than the one that you came through, that would lead to different parts of the library. So it would be up to you about if you wanted to go back to the end zone where you came through or to one of the other locations.
Probably where we just came from.
Okay, good. So you can fly back down and join them.
Yeah, I joined Kaimana.
Okay, good. So
I picture all of us joining hands except for Jury, who is leashed to Kaimana.
Yeah. I also would like to say it was established that we had the magic crayons, and then I drew Kaimana a leash. So there was an explanation.
There we go. That was the magic paint.
I drew magic leash.
It was magic paint. Yeah, that's true.
There was an in-universe explanation.
Didn't we also make him like a car seat?
It was a car seat, yeah.
It was a car seat for the flying carpet.
Yeah.
So I remembered it halfway through the session, and I thought everyone should know.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. It disappeared into the black hole of conversation.
Yes, anyway.
All right. So you all link hands, and there's something about like this small otter reaching out to take your hand, Saurus. And you're like, what is this? And you touch his hand, and he starts to kind of walk with you. And it's not like he's guiding you any place. It's the fact that Kaimana is your heart, and these people are your family. This is home. Home is a location. It is a place that you are found. And the moment you make that emotional connection, the space opens in front of you and you see what he sees. You reach back and you take Abel's hand, and you build a connection with the brain of this family and the intellect and the mind. And Abel, you reach out and you take Jury's hand and you build a connection with the soul and spirit of this family. You reach out, Jury, and you take Marlo's hand and you build a connection with the passion and the drive for change and revolution and freedom fighting and finding identity. This is the id of this family. Marlo, you reach out and you take Baba Yaga's hand.
Can I take Arian's hand, and then Arian has to take Baba
You
Yaga.
take Arian's hand, and Arian.
Arian is a hot lady.
Arian's just says like
No,
Arian's,
I just want Arian to have to take Baba Yaga.
yeah.
That's really what I wanted.
Arian just says, I don't know where we are going, but I trust that you will lead the way. And then Baba Yaga takes Arian's hand, and Baba goes, "I'm never lost. I can always find my own way." But
She's got her book. She knows exactly where she is.
yeah. You all follow Kaimana. Your heart, your body, your mind, your spirit, your fighting passion and soul on through the hole, and you find yourself back on the Ashen Plain just as you hear the hooting sound of the arrival of the curator to its home behind you.
Where's all my shit?
Yeah. But you are in the Ashen.
What the fuck, you guys?
You're in the Ashen End Plains, and Baba is saying, "Well, I guess it's time that we free your librarian friend."
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, then this way, and she kind of marches towards the edge of the realm where the dust is kicking up around her, the void in front of her. What a beautiful place. The book, please.
I handed her the book.
She takes out the skull. I don't need this anymore. She chucks it, and it flies off into the space of the void and vanishes into the black hole. She opens the book to the page where Hildy was locked away. So, you need her here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. First, I will need some things to complete the ritual. Moon touched.
I look at Mar.
Do what you do best and give me a little bit of blood.
Is that my nickname? Is that your nickname for me?
Oh, sorry. Werewolves. Moon touched.
No, that's cute, actually. I actually enjoy that.
really
It's really
cute.
awesome. I'm gonna make everyone fucking call me Moon Touch instead of Werewolf
I like
now.
Moon Touch.
Oh, where I come from, they're moon touched. People are so scared of werewolves. Also, werewolf weirdly puts human at the center, and werewolves like to be their own thing, so moon touch.
Like Mar wiping away a tear.
Go off,
No.
Baba Yaga.
Sorry,
Woke
what do you
Baba
need from me?
Yaga.
just a drop of blood.
Okay.
And just in the center of the page here. Big brain.
Wow, it went from moon touch
Much
to like big nod.
And we all look at Abel.
Nearly
I know
His
she ain't talking about
Big
me.
nerd.
5 head.
Do you have Draconic? Is that in your arcane wheelhouse?
Yes, I do have a bracer that allows me to read Draconic.
Oh, can
I
you
have a ring too.
Can you do the rune of opening with the blood, please?
I can. I will take out. I'm sure I have a quill or something, and I will trace the rune of opening.
Okay. Songster.
Uh-huh.
Play your favorite lullaby in reverse. Please choose one that does not involve the C major chord.
Yeah, it would have to be, huh? That's fine. Mom always did depressing shit anyway. Start to
Make a
transpose.
It's a funeral dirge.
Make a
A minor,
make a
A
performance victory.
minor.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Yes. My nature touched duo. Can you craft an intertwining vine, one of holly and one of rose?
I think so.
It will take both of you.
I help.
Okay, so
That's a 23, baby.
nice. So you use Druidcraft to do that. And once the vine is, she wraps the page in it around where the opening thing is, and then she casts. And while Baba Yaga is casting, you see like her vocal change in this space has grown a little younger sounding. She doesn't have that like tenor of age that she had before. And you see her stand up straight, and Baba Yaga at her full height is about 7 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Their rescue.
And her arms kind of extend out into their awkward and full extent. She releases the book and it just floats in space. And then you watch as she slowly rises up above the ashen sands. And she reaches out towards the black hole. Not these. And she begins to pull. And Saurus, what you notice is that this is the first time that black hole is like, if you could think of where tethers are born, it's there.
Okay.
And she's grabbing at the edges of that, and you just see her pulling on a very long tether, and she's pulling it out, and you just see it ripping away from the black hole back towards the page. And she's wrapping the page in it as her form almost seems to grow in size. And then finally she releases the spell. Let's see how she does.
Can I do anything to help with the wrapping of the vines?
Yeah.
The veils.
If you'd like to pull a tether, you can.
Yep, I'll help.
And that put you at 3?
That puts me at no, because we've slept off the last night.
Oh, did you?
So
okay, cool. So it puts you at 1. Good. So that'll give her advantage, which is good. Okay, cool. And as the tether wraps, you just see it absorbing into the page until that section of the book kind of lifts out of the book and then floats into space and begins to wrap and unravel and then spin around in forming this kind of tornado of space. And you see as it's going, that image of the drawing on the page kind of whipping past, and it eventually whips past so fast that it's just kind of appears like it's hanging in space, but the page is still going around. But then it starts to move, kind of like an old timey movie where you can kind of see the frames per second, but then it speeds and speeds and speeds and catches up, and then it begins to grow. And in space there, a portal rests. And then Baba Yaga kind of steps back. I guess we have a choice. We can try to force her out, or we can go in and get her. She seems reluctant to leave.
Is in there like cool romantic novel land?
It's Virgin Meadows.
Oh, we have to go in. Please, guys. Please, 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 go.
I can hold this open for you as long as I need. I'm here.
I look at Mara and I'm like,
think about my dragon. It's on a fucking deadline.
but it might be faster to go get her physically, right? If she's not going to come out.
I guess.
Okay.
Do we want to interrupt
Interrupt what?
whatever's going
You
on in the book?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, absolutely. This is my favorite book. We have to go with it.
I take the leash off Kaimana and I attach it to Jury.
Oh my god. It's like around my arm. I'm like
and I hand the other end of the leash to Kaimana.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It was a turn.
I guess that's valid.
I can hold the portal open for as long as you need.
All right, we'll be right back. Super fast.
Quick. Hey, Babs. Swear that you're not going to close that on us, right?
I'll make a deal.
She can't. Because if she does, then Jordan will never be able to go to the real world and bring her out of the book.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm trusting you.
I much more rather exist in the real world than trap you, as much fun as that would be.
Thanks, Babs.
You are so welcome.
Let's go in.
All right.
Follow Jordan.
So, Jury, you charge into the book, and you are leaving behind this like ashen, star-smattered end times realm, and you jump through the portal and you set foot onto the most beautiful, lush, verdant green grass, a gentle breeze blowing from a meadow nearby, birds flowing through the air, the bluest sky, a bright, warm sun. You are in the Virgin Meadows. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
This is my city.
Every time you say that, it doesn't turn out the way we think.
This time it's different. I love this place.
Your city had to be a fictional one.
My city had to be a fictional dream within a dream.
Arian does say that she'll stay back with Babs and like gives you a look, Marlo, as like an insurance policy.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I do have to say, though, Jordan, having read the book however many times, is the best adapted to this new environment.
That is true.
Yes, welcome to the Regency.
Yeah, let's go me.
All right, but we'll pick up there next week.
I feel like we just watched into like Bridgerton, but not Bridgerton the TV show, Bridgerton the novel.
Oh yeah,
it's like if Bridgerton and like Twilight had a baby.
Yeah,
that level of writing.
But it's two different authors, so just make sure you get out of there before the first author died and then the editor took over.
Yeah, and they had to write in the horse doctor subplot. Yeah.
Josh, do you not have to write this entire book?
Oh my God! Wait, is that the true story of Virgin Meadows?
It is.
Yeah. The author died, and then
it was a regular romance novel.
Uh-huh.
Then the author died, and the editor took over and was like, "She's gonna go become a horse doctor," and then it broke structure really hard. So it got popular.
Yeah, and Nairoy likes the second half of the book better than the first half of the book.
Oh no!
And Jerry is a demisexual.
The war subplot halfway through is so weird.
Yeah.
All right,
war
good
horse
night,
medical
All right, night everybody.
Battle.